Let's get into the main event. Then the main event was pretty outstanding because both these guys, I like both these guys. They're super huge, they're super huge, but they also can move really well, and that's scary when you have like a super huge individual. Blaydes laid in at like a 262. Freaking Segie was 260. You know, so these guys, they're big. They're big. They move around really well. They're very long, big legs, just big people. Curtis, I think something may, I don't know. They don't push him. They don't like him. He doesn't have enough followers. He doesn't do enough crazy stuff on the outside. They've already got big wrestlers that fight. So I don't feel like he gets pushed as much. He doesn't get the respect because they don't have the storylines with him, maybe. But I think like he's really tough and he could fight some of those tough guys. I think he could give John Jones a little run for his money just because he's so big. He's got 20, 25 pounds on the guy, and he's athletic. He's younger. I mean, if he can check kicks and not get hit too clean with anything, he might be able to push John in the fence and make him work, make him pummel, get him a little bit tired and sweaty. That's possible. And then he lands big punches with those big ass meat hands. He's tough, but he's like a shaved Yeti. He's enormous. He came to AKA, he trained for a little bit, and he's just a super nice guy, but he is a monster. He's an absolute monster. He's so big, like he tries to like be gentle and not hit you hard when you're technique sparring, but it's just like everything is just like boo, boo, breaking your leg when you try to kick him and he checks. It's like kicking a tree. It's just he's a monster. He's a monster. This happens to a lot of guys, I think. Tyler Durden's a stupid name. He says, I love Curtis, but he seemed like he wasn't trying to wrestle as much as he should have. He was shooting on Segie from way outside. Yeah, I mean, part of that, too, I think, is you feeling the weight. When you feel the size of that guy, it can be daunting to want to shoot in underneath him. I think he could have used some movement and head movement to force clinch and put him into the fence, closer into the fence, and maybe worked on him that way, worked on the legs, beat on the legs, trying to take his size away from him a little bit by putting him in the fence and leaning on him. You know, you beat those legs up, make it harder for him to move, and then way more leg kicks. Anytime you're fighting a monster that big, I'm gonna try to using leg kicks. I gotta be moving away. I gotta be on my bike and chopping away. Chop, chop, chop. I'm a Russian lumberjack cutting down Segie trees. But yeah, Sergey's just huge. He's not like the most technical guy. He's not the cleanest puncher. He's a little bit loose and stumbling around sometimes. He got hit hard with at least, I think, 4 shots from Blaydes, and he wasn't phased. He just kept walking through it. He got hit and just kept going. There was no eyes rolling back. There was no like head shake. There was no knee buckle. It was like a little kid, a little child hit him in the face. There was no reaction. That's scary. You can't keep doing that, though. So Segie definitely needs to incorporate a lot more head movement with what he's doing. But he's just huge. He's just huge. Puts that pressure on you, put hands on you, can snap you down to the ground, punish you. Max El Kukui Holloway is in the chat, and he says, Segie P destroys John Jones and Todd Duffy and again. You think so? Did he fight Duffy? They probably trained some together. Tyler's stupid name says, better said than done, I guess. On TV, Segie doesn't look as big as he is. He looks humongous. I don't think he looked as big because he's standing next to Blaydes, and Blaydes is a monster. Because I stand next to Kane, and Kane's like 6 foot and 240 something. He's like 245, 242. You're talking like that's 20 pounds lighter and maybe 4 inches shorter than Blaydes. And Sergie's even bigger. He's even taller, at least. Queen Hilando says, if Segie can get some crazy good takedown defense and tighten up his defense on the feet, I think he has a good chance against Jones. Yeah, I think it's more about when he fights Jones. If he fights Jones, he's going to have to get really good with his footwork because he has to corner him. He has to corner him and put him into the fence. He has to continually put his back against the fence and then hit him with stuff. Hit him in the shoulders, hit him in the head, hit him in the body, just hit him, kick him. If he pushes him against the fence and he runs away, kick him, leg kick him. I think he's big enough to where he's dangerous to shoot and try to take down. Hopefully his ability to get up is good. I think what he is in danger of from John Jones is getting picked at. If John Jones can keep moving, stay busy, pick, throws that front leg kick throws the calf kick, those type of things. He could spend 5 rounds dancing around and beating the crap out of Sergie's leg. That's what I would worry about. And then every once in a while, throwing fire and heat straight down the middle when Sergie tries to rush in, because guys are going to get frustrated after a while and try to force something. You might not be wrong. Tyler Durden's a stupid name. He says, I'm going to get ripped for this, but I think John is 70% done with MMA. I think he wants one more nice payday and then he's gone. Very, very possible. Cocaine's expensive, man. Cocaine's expensive. Those picograms too aren't cheap. This is always an outside possibility, but I don't know because of the sheer size of Sergie, and he doesn't seem soft to me. He seems like a big guy who's always big, and he knows he's big and isn't afraid to get pushed around by somebody else. He's not somebody who's going to get bullied, I don't think. To me, he's very skilled. He's big and strong and moves well. But like I said, I think he's kind of soft. Yes, can't be mad. I think he's kind of soft. I don't think Sergie's soft. But then again, there is a possible that John Jones's skill and speed and quickness, way to move angles, is too much for the big guy. David versus Goliath type scenario. Very possible.